What up, you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I have a very special story for you guys. Actually, I'm gonna be talking about my coming out story. My friend Jessica suggested I should do this topic, and I think it's a great topic I should talk about. A lot of people don't talk about it because they're either scared, nervous, or scared what other people think in the world. But I really don't care what other people think, because, you know, I'm gonna be myself no matter what, because you only get to live once. Anyways, my coming out story is pretty simple. I didn't really have a whole lot of parent issues. And I feel like it all started when I was 6 years old. I was really young. And there was this girl that lived like down the block from me or something like that. And I thought she was so pretty and she was so super cool. And actually when I was younger, she was my best friend because I didn't have a lot of friends when I was younger. I actually got teased a lot, and I was always the outcast, and I was always the first one people would go and, you know, pick on me, and because I was an easy target. You know, I was a little bigger kid. I actually have a third-degree burn on my arm and, you know, stuff like that. But that's another story for another time. Anyways, I feel like that's when it all started. And like, but when I was younger, I tried not to pay too much attention to it, because I felt like, you know, I wanted to grow up and have a boyfriend and be the perfect type of family and like have kids and get married and, you know, stuff like that. So I didn't really pay too much attention to it. Of course, you know, when I was younger, I was a kid and I had boyfriends, you know, stuff like that. Then I feel like when I was about 8 years old is when, you know, things really started moving for me, because I lived in California, and that's when I was really open to that type of world. Because in California, there is a lot of gay people and trans people and all sorts of different types of things. And of course, you guys already know that gay marriage is legal down there or something like that. And that's when, like, I started seeing that stuff and knew that, you know, I had thoughts like that, but I still, in my head, try not to pay too much attention to it, because I still wanted to have the perfect type of family, you know, the white picket fence type of family. So I feel like I still liked girls, but I always kept it to myself. I always did. And because I was so scared about, you know, what people were going to think, or if people were even going to accept me. I didn't know if my parents at that time were going to know or even think. I didn't know what they were going to think, or if they were going to accept me or disown me. Thank God they didn't. But anyways, when I was about 13 is when things really started moving for me. Because, you know, after a whole bunch of traveling after that, because I was pretty much bounced around the whole United States, I moved back to Michigan, and I lived in a little town called North Branch. And that's when things got a little strange. I was back in Michigan, and there were a lot of girls in my class, and they were cute. I'm not even gonna deny it. And that's when I knew that I like females. But I had the hugest crush on this girl in my computers class. I'm not going to say her name because she's probably watching. She was in my computer class, and I always used to sit by her because I thought she was so adorable, and, you know, I was scared to talk to her because I knew she wasn't like that. You know how you can sometimes tell that people aren't like that? Like, well, eventually she found out, and it was like really weird, and it was kind of uncomfortable because she, you know, another girl likes you. I mean, that's weird to other people, so it was like strange to her or whatever. And well, I eventually moved with my dad, and that's when things really started moving for me. Like, I had my first kiss in a bathroom with a girl when I was like 13, like no more than like 3 weeks after I moved with my dad, I had my first kiss by a girl. And that's when I knew females is what I like. So that's what I haven't gone back since. But anyways, I remember my first girlfriend down here in Pontiac. And she was super cute. She was a chocolate girl. She had nice braids in her hair and she was just really adorable. But of course that relationship didn't last. But that's when I knew that females were my type of thing. And you know, after having boyfriends in the past, I knew that boys couldn't satisfy me as much as a girl could, because a girl makes me actually feel like I'm loved. And not that a guy can't do that, but it's not something I want. But yeah, that's my coming out story. And it's really hard to tell, because there's a lot of people who don't accept it. And I know that when my YouTube channel starts rolling, there's gonna be a lot of haters and stuff like that. But you know, I really don't care, because I'm gonna be myself no matter what. And I know that we only live once in this life and on this earth. So why not make the best of it while we're here? Do what we want. Well, not necessarily do what we want, because if you do what you want, if you do something bad, there's gonna be consequences, of course. I learn that almost every day, because I'm a troublemaker and I always get in trouble. It's always me who gets caught. A lot of you guys in my class know that it's always me who gets caught. But anyways, that's pretty much my coming out story. There isn't really much to it, because, you know, my parents accepted it and they were fine with it. Actually, my mom is bisexual. Is openly bisexual. And my dad didn't care. So, you know, I know there's a lot of people who have it really difficult out there. Like, they're so scared of telling their parents because they know they're not going to get accepted. Because if you know that your parents are totally against gays, trans, anything else, then having a gay son or daughter is going to put so much pressure on them. And it's really difficult, because then they feel alone. Because that's how I felt when I was younger. I was so scared to tell my parents at the time that I started liking females, because I was scared that they weren't going to accept me. But actually, they ended up being cool with it. So I feel like you should just be honest with your parents. I mean, what are they going to do? They necessarily can't do anything. Really, because it's your life. It is your life. Take those chances, take those risks. Because if you don't, you're gonna miss out. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys on my YouTube channel. And of course, I will be posting Friday. And I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do Friday yet, but I'm gonna figure it out. If you could do me the biggest favor and you could subscribe to this channel, because I'll be doing videos every week. And if you could like, favorite, share my page. Share it to everybody you know. Put it on your social media, put it on your Snapchat, put it on everything.